Good evening, and welcome to Hopkinton High School for tonight's Varsity Girls Basketball game as the Malden Golden Tornadoes take on the hometown Hopkinton Hillers in a Division I preliminary round matchup. Hopkinton High School and the MIAA is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. Please make sure that your behavior reflects respect towards everyone. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Golden Tornadoes. At forward, number 3, senior Yasmin Alayan. At guard, number 4, junior Maritza Ramos Perez. At guard, number 11, sophomore Angie Colon. At forward, number 12, senior Nevaeh Sherilis. And at guard, number 22, senior Lisette Curran. The Golden Tornadoes are coached by Marianne Burke, Michael Iannaceni, Michaela Yabode, Robert Pisa, Richard Rock, Brian Sacco, and head coach Scott Marino. And now for the hometown Hopkinton Hillers. At guard, number 5, senior Jesse Iannelli. At guard, number 11, senior Brooke Doherty. At guard, number 23, senior Lauren Cho. At guard, number 22, senior captain Kiki Fossbender. And at forward, number 33, senior captain Lexi Trendle. The Hillers are coached by Michaela Pucci, Kerry Chatton, and head coach Mike Greco. If you would now please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center for this Division I preliminary playoff matchup between the 40th seeded Malden Golden Tornadoes, who stand at 9-11, and the 25th seeded Hopkinton Hillers, who stand at 8-12 on the season. Tom Nappy alongside Wally Henneberry for tonight's call, and Wally, it should be a great game out there tonight. First playoff game with the new state format. Should be exciting.
Yeah, it should be. A lot of teams in. This will be a nice matchup. Both teams with similar records. So hopefully we'll get something really close and exciting tonight.
Absolutely. I think the thing about these state formats is you really don't know what kind of team you're going to get, and it's usually going to be an unfamiliar opponent as Lexi Trendle wins the opening tip against Angie Colon, and we are underway. Hillers working left to right across your screen. A great crowd on hand here tonight, and you can certainly feel the excitement along the Baseline, out of bounds it goes, and it will go to Malden as Jesse Iannelli couldn't keep it in play.
Yeah, the open format with the playoffs now kind of reminds me, I think, of the old Indiana State tournaments and how they played out on, like, especially the movie Hoosiers.
Charles with it, and now Curran.
And she's got to get it over half court here.
And already, right off the bat, Malden having a little trouble with the Hillers' full court press, and we're going to have a foul. And that's going to be an offensive foul, a push against Malden.
No, I think it was a 10-second violation at the half court. Couldn't get it over half court.
You are indeed correct. Lauren Cho on the entry.
She's got to get it in. There you go.
Over to Trendle. Back to Iannelli. Now to Doherty. Driving it, tries to feed it into paint. Stolen away by Charles. Neve Trellis feeds it over, and it's taken back by Brooke Doherty up to Iannelli. Iannelli has it knocked out of her hands, able to keep it in Hiller possession. Cho now. Over to Iannelli, thought about it from the corner. Feeds it in to Doherty. And now back out, Iannelli, three, yes!
Well, you can certainly see the playoff jitters here. 4 possessions happened, 4 turnovers before we even got a shot in the game. Fortunately for Hopkinton, it's a 3-pointer.
Absolutely, nice way to start things off, especially with the way they've struggled from outside the perimeter. A missed shot there, and it's picked up by Trendle. Here comes Doherty. And Doherty.
An offensive foul on Doherty.
Yeah, they're going to get her with the offensive charge. That's her first, team first. It's good to see a great turnout here tonight. I filled up student section, and it has that playoff atmosphere.
It does. Yeah, a little more excitement. Big crowd from the Hopkinton side. I know Malden's kind of had a ways to go.
We get a jump ball here as Cho gets wrapped up with Curran. And Mike is, his alma mater is Malden, so he's kind of torn tonight with who he's rooting for. Full court pressure once again by the Hillers. Here comes Ramos Perez, and
it's another 10-second call.
So Malden just having all kinds of trouble with this Hiller press.
Yeah, I mean, that's the ultimate of what you want to get out of a full court press. If not a turnover, then a 10. You never see that. So, and see 2 times in the first 6 possessions. That's really something.
Cho on the entry. Fossbender driving in, rejected. A good block there by Charles. She'll be who to look out for inside. Curran feeds it over to Cologne. Charles knocked away, loose ball, battle for it. Fossbender has it wrapped.
Yeah, going to call a jump ball. That's going to be Hiller ball.
A lay-in got in there. Yasmin a lay-in, and it'll go Hiller's way. A couple minutes into action, a 3-0 lead for the Hillers. Fossbender with possession. Feeds it out, Iannelli. Across the Trendle, launching the 3, no good. And it's collected by Curran. Curran working the far side. Feeds it up top, a lay-in. Trying to get it inside, taken away by Fossbender. Fossbender down the lane around the defender, can't finish.
Great ball fake.
Charles feeds it up. No good on that shot there by Curran. Battle for it. Trendle comes down with it.
I think she's going to have a lot of rebounds tonight.
Cho driving in. Count it.
Great aggressive take to the hole. Nice layup.
Malden led by head coach Scott Marino. The Hillers, of course, led by head coach Mike Greco. Cologne with it. Feeds it over to Curran.
Get it over. There it is. They were right at 10 seconds right there, too.
Perez gets it underneath. Up, no good is the lay-in, and the Hillers get it back. Hopkinton certainly has the height advantage. Iannelli driving in around the defender, yes. The winner of this game would go to the first round play. They'd head to 8th-seeded Chelmsford this Friday at 6:30.
That sounds like a tough one.
It certainly would be, but you got to win here first.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, Malden is really struggling with the Hiller defense and the Hiller energy right now.
No good by Cho.
Oh, good attempt to save, but she couldn't grab it.
Yeah, Lane could not keep it in. Contested by Iannelli.
The Hiller energy really is dominating right now, especially the way they're playing the defense really well, and Malden just really can't handle it.
Cho on the entry. Up top now. Finnegan feeds it over. Driving in is Doherty. She's blocked. Trendle with the putback, no. And it's pulled down by Cherilus. Cherilus up for the jumper, no good. Collected by Cho. Feeds it up. Doherty driving in. Draws the foul.
Yeah.
Little push there.
It's going to be on Cologne.
Will indeed. Her first, team first. Doherty in her senior year. And hits the first.
Gets it to drop.
Second of two. Got it. The Malden distraction did not work. Curran trying to feed it up, stolen away to the rack. Yes! Kate Finnegan.
There's a timeout I thought was going to happen a couple of minutes ago.
That was a great steal by Finnegan, then just rushes down the lane and the sophomore pops it in.
Sure was. That really kind of capped off the whole, everything we've seen with the energy and the defense and the aggressiveness on offense, and they really put it in. And I'm surprised that Malden took this long to call that timeout.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Kate Finnegan, a player that has gotten more and more playing time as the season has gone on, and it seems like she's going to have a key part in this game. A nice 11-0 lead for the Hillers. Malden struggling big time from the field, and they're struggling just to even get good shot opportunities.
They're struggling really just to get it even over half court. And, I think they've only got maybe 2 or 3 shots. A lot of turnovers. It's been a tough start for Malden. I'm sure they'll settle down at some point, but it has been a very difficult start for them.
Absolutely. As the girls talk things over, you can see Coach Simos in the background. He's getting ready for the Hiller baseball season, which will be starting next month. Certainly excited for that. We'll have all the varsity home games live for you during the spring as well.
Yeah, at least we'll have baseball to watch on TV, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'll take Hiller baseball over Major League Baseball any day.
The games go by a lot quicker.
Well, sometimes. We had some long ones last year. Curran on the entry. But for the most part, yes, they do. Vo with it, feeds it back. Trying to work the press. They're able to get it over. It's stolen away by Trendle. Fossbender. Up to Trendle, driving down. Up top, Fossbender for 3. No. Cho gets in there, collects.
Great rebound.
Feeds it out. Fossbender down the lane, up for the shot, draws the contact.
Good possession. Even though they seemed to look like they were rushing things, they really weren't rushing and panicking. They were really just putting the pressure on Malden. A couple of good shots, good offensive rebound, and they kept the ball on their own end.
They get Yasmin Alayan with her first. Fossbender hits the first of 2. Well, this is the time you want to take advantage if you're the Hillers. Well, Malden struggling from the field. Hit those shots, build up that lead, take control of the game.
You want to keep your foot on the gas pedal.
She hits both. 4 for 4 from the line are the Hillers. Cologne with it, feeds it back. Now Ramos Perez taking it up. Ramos Perez to the hoop, no good there. Cho collects. Up to Fossbender, great pass.
Yeah.
Around the defender.
Oh, yeah. They're going to call that a non-shooting foul. That was a great pass. that was like almost full court, never higher than 3 feet off the ground.
Right in the breadbasket.
Yeah.
They had Kimberly Vo with her first, team third for Malden. 13-0 lead for the Hillers, and some very nice signs by the fans in the front row. Finnegan feeds it out. Up top by Anelli. Back to Fossbender, now Doherty. Trying to get it into Finnegan, knocked out of play. It'll stay with the Hillers. Finnegan on the entry. Anelli, Cho. Back to Fossbender. Doherty for three. And a defender got a piece of it.
Yeah, blocked.
They would get a push.
They're going to get a foul.
They're going to get Doherty, I think, with her second. They will indeed. Team second for the Hillers. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch how these state tournaments play out. First year that they've had the full-out playoffs in a while in the winter sports, but first time they've had the state tournament. Finnegan able to steal it away. Great interception. Fossbender for three. Got it!
Bang, that's a big one. That's got to be a heartbreaker right there.
Great shooting by the Hillers in this first quarter. Ramos Perez feeds it over. Driving in, up for the shot, no good. Put back, no good. Hillers have it. Initial shot was by Karin. Cologne tried to put it back, and then Trendle draws the grab.
Yeah, we got a foul on.
It's going to be on a lay-in.
Her second.
Well, nothing going right for Malden so far.
Timeout.
She took too long, I think.
She did. I thought Coach Greco might have got a timeout on there, but he didn't. Really doesn't need to waste one yet with a 16-point lead.
Curran on the entry. Feeds it in, scooped up in the air, pulled down by Cho. Cho up to Trendle, to the rack, count it.
That's just great basketball savvy right there. We always be able to look up and hit your teammate who's up ahead of you on the break.
Ramos Perez feeds it over.
You got me thinking baseball.
Lane feeds it across. Up for three. No good there as Ramos Perez. Loose ball collected along the near side by Curran. Trying to feed it in and knocked away. Battle for it. And it's going to be a Malden timeout. Smart call there by Coach Marino. 1:46 left to go. 18-0. Didn't think I'd be saying that.
Yeah, that's a big lead. Not only is it an 18-point lead, but you've held Malden scoreless for almost the entire first quarter, and that's really got to be demoralizing for the Malden girls.
And I have to say, there's some great signage in the crowd tonight. And I think these Hiller fans happy to see a playoff game. It's been a while since we've had a normal postseason for high school sports in general. And
it is great to be part of that.
Absolutely, and we'll try to keep you updated on some other TVL games that are going on. There's some action tonight. But as I said earlier, the winner of this game will advance to take on Chelmsford on Friday at 6:30. It'll be in Chelmsford. And we would certainly let you know if we would have the game or not. The Hiller boys basketball team had a tough loss to end their season yesterday. It was a good effort, but they came up short against Wellesley. 58-44 was the final score in that game. So the boys' season comes to an end, but another great year by Coach Keene and crew.
Yeah, it certainly was. It was great to do some of the games for them, and it was really enjoyable. The team was good to watch.
Absolutely. We were all hoping they'd go a little further, but it's always tough in the postseason, and we'll get a jump ball here as Finnegan gets wrapped up with the lay-in.
And it's going to go Malden's way. They're having trouble just getting the ball inbounds here.
On the entry, Curran. We got a foul right off the bat, an elbow. It looks like it's going to be against the Hillers.
Yeah, that's going to be on Finnegan. Her first.
Kate Finnegan will be a player to watch over the next couple seasons for sure. Up for the shot, no good. Pulled down by Fossbender off the missed the lay-in shot. Fossbender driving down, feeds it over. Trendle around the defender, up with the left-handed hook, no good, grabs her own rebound. Trying to kick it out, and it's stolen away by Curran.
I like what she tried to do there after she got her own rebound. Instead of trying to force it right back up, she looked out to her shooters and tried to kick it out. Unfortunately, it was taken away, but I kind of like the idea of her doing that. She sometimes gets stuck forcing it back up, but she's really good grabbing her own rebounds.
Up top, Cherilus driving down, blocked, and a foul.
Yeah, just to continue on, I think Trendle is a tremendous rebounder.
Ooh, okay. It will be against the Hillers. Looks like Coach Marino just taking a few seconds to talk to his group. It's on Cho. It's her first. And we have a number of players to congratulate, or a number of athletes, I should say, for the Hillers. We'll talk about that in a bit as Malden gets their first point of the game. Nevaeh Charles, one of the captains, a senior forward, hits both. Cho feeds it up over to Iannelli. Great feed to Trendle, and she finishes.
That's a great play from start to finish.
This might be one of the Hillers' highest scoring quarters of the season. And knocked out a play along the far side. It'll go Hopkinton's way.
Yeah, that was a nice play. They beat the press, they pass it over the top, and then they get a clean look for a layup cross court. That was a great play from start to finish.
Here comes Cho. Ooh, down the lane, runs into traffic, ball knocked out. It'll go to Malden.
She sure did run into traffic.
I think she was looking for some contact there, but really it could have been probably called the other way.
Yeah. I was almost expecting an offensive foul.
Actually, did they ring her up? Nope, they did not. Still 4 for the Hillers. 4 fouls apiece for each team. And knocked out a play off of Finnegan. Good effort there by the sophomore.
They really are just strangling them with the full court press.
Number of substitutions for the Hillers. Bethel Flanagan into the game.
Yep. Emma Davies in there also.
I'll take your word for it. Oh, yes, you are correct. There she is, number 4. Driving down, and that's a travel.
Ref could have been generous and called that a jump ball.
Yeah, I think when it's as clear as that, though, you got to go with it.
Yeah.
Finnegan over to Davies. Back to Finnegan. Cho. 12 seconds left to go in the quarter. Excuse me, that's Flanagan driving in. Out to Iannelli. Takes it down, can't finish. Trendle with the putback, no. Trendle with the secondary rebound, now it's stripped out. And we'll get a jump ball call. It'll stay with the Hillers. That's probably a time that Malden could have used a timeout call.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Lexi Trendle's really has a great nose for the ball. Really good on the offensive glass.
The official's going to talk it over.
And it seems in the playoffs we do have 3 officials as opposed to the usual 2.
On the entry, up at the buzzer, and no good is Iannelli, but what a great first quarter by the Hillers. They lead it 20-2 as we head into the second quarter. Just Hiller domination to start things off, and I would say You can't start off a postseason run any better than that, Wally.
No, I think the word you just used, domination, is the exact word to use. And that's really exactly what it was from start to finish. The defense just really, like I said a minute ago, just was strangling. And Malden couldn't do anything, really turning the ball over. And each time, they didn't even get that many shots. It was surprising to see.
Already 6 different point scores by the Hillers. Jesse Einelli with 5 points, Brooke Doherty with 2, Kate Finnegan with 2, Lauren Cho with 2, Kiki Fossbender with 5, Lexi Trendle with 4. A big congratulations to Kate Powers. She won the New England Weight Throw Invitational in a field of 20 girls. Set yet another school record. She has just set record after record this year on the track and field course. So big congratulations to Kate Powers, who will continue her career next year at Kentucky University.
What a great opportunity that is.
And the Hillers also had a number of other great efforts in track and field that we'll talk about through the course of the night. But it is a 20-2 Hiller lead as we head into the second quarter. Lisette Curran on the entry. Over to Elaine. Elaine having trouble, gets it out. Cologne feeds it over. Elaine up for the shot. Ooh, it falls out.
That was just cruel.
It certainly was. Fossbender. And draws a foul plus the shot. Ooh, did they wave it off?
Oh, I saw one ref pointing down like, I thought he was pointing in. I think he was pointing to the floor.
They're going to give the foul before the shot, it looks like.
Yep.
They're going to get Nevaeh Charles with her first. Brooke Doherty on the entry. Cho. Back to Doherty. Up top, Fossbender. Iannelli into Trendle. Round the defender. Count it. Great ball distribution.
Yeah, and if they can get Trendle going in the box, putting short things in, there's going to be no stopping them.
Absolutely. Curran with it. Feeds it over to Cologne, up for 3. No good off the rim, out of play, Hiller ball.
Now Malden's coming out in a full court, man-to-man press.
Well, they certainly need some turnovers.
They got to do something different.
Doherty feeds back to Cho. Cho hands it off to Doherty. Now Fossbender. Iannelli. Fossbender going to take it down. Up for the jumper. Yes.
This is a nice little floater in the lane there. That's a great play.
This is Steph Curry-ish.
Yeah. Oh, here's another steal.
Iannelli with the steal. Oh. Cho with the finish. And we're going to get a well-needed timeout by Malden.
Another timeout that should have happened a couple of minutes ago.
26-2.
They are really, really laying it to them.
And don't forget, every Wednesday on HCAM, you can catch HCAM Sports Talk. New episodes airing at 2 p.m. and it airs times throughout the week. Catch it anytime on our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV. Some TVL updates for you in boys hockey. Norwood leading Westboro 3-0, end of the second period. And also the Norton girls in action tonight. They currently lead their game 16-7 as they are taking on the Advanced Math and Science Academy. And also in action later this week, Dedham girls, they'll take on Archbishop Williams on Friday. And actually, the boys hockey is final now between Norwood and Westboro. Norwood won the game 4-1. Hiller boys hockey, they are in action tomorrow on the road in Minnechaug. And there will be a stream courtesy of the network up there for Minnechaug. You can find all the information on the Hiller Athletics Twitter page. Show up, and the foul is drawn.
That's another turnover on the inbounds right there that they're turning into a layup opportunity.
Yeah, Malden just having all kinds of trouble inbounding.
That's the foul going to be on Ramos Perez, her first.
And Cho hits the first of two.
Now Malden staring down some more bad news. One more foul and the Hillers will be in the bonus.
And there's another for Cho. Biggest lead of the season for the Hiller girls. They're laying on the entry over to Charles. Surrounded by defenders. In trouble. And she's going to be called for a travel. It'll go Hiller's way. Great
Really,
defense.
That's you got to help your players out as a coach right there and call a timeout.
The coach was looking for a contact call,
He's
but
looking for a foul.
you just got to call the timeout. Cho. Fossbender. Kicks it out. Driving in. Iannelli draws some contact there. Maybe a little frustration foul there by Malden. It's going to be the second on Nevaeh Charles.
And that puts the Hillers in the bonus for the rest of the half. And we have a ways to go too.
Iannelli hits the first of two. She has 6 points. Second of two, no.
We got a lane violation.
Oh, so she'll essentially get a redo.
On Malden, yeah, so she's going to get another shot.
It's the last thing you want to do for Malden.
These are unforced errors that you can control. And she hits the next one.
30-2, Hillers leading. Cologne with it. Feeds it over. Ramos Perez in trouble. Able to gather it up. Double dribble. Clear double dribble there.
Yep.
Well, the Hillers taking advantage of Malden mistakes. Doherty. Over to Cho. Nice give and go. Count it.
Great backdoor cut. Great vision on the ball handler. That a great pass.
Ramos Perez with it. Feeds it over. Can't finish, but drawing the foul is Tori Gammon.
It's going to be on Lexi Trendle.
It's her first. Team fifth for the Hillers. Gammon hits the first. On the second, got it. Elena Davies into the game for the Hillers.
And Beth Flanagan's in there too.
Davies with it. Working her way up court, in trouble. It's taken away. Here goes Gammon. Trying to feed it over. Out of play it goes. A little too much on that pass towards Ramos Perez. Fossbender on the entry. Cho. Nice behind the back dribble there. Oh. Fumble by Finnegan, but that's okay. Davies is there. Fossbender now. Up for the jumper. No good. Loose ball, battle for it.
We're going to get a jump ball here.
There we go.
That's going to be Hiller ball, too.
Well, if you're the Hillers, even though you're up big, it's playoffs. Don't take your foot off the gas. You got to get used to just keeping that momentum up, especially for some of these future games. Obviously, still plenty of time in this one as well.
Oh, yeah, the next game you might not have this luxury. You have to keep your foot on the gas.
Ooh, Davies drawing some contact.
Offensive foul.
Oh, yeah. They get it with the charge. That could have went either way, really.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Timeout called. 4:51 left to go in the first half. A 32-4 lead for the Hillers. Doesn't really get too much better than that.
No, and just running out of ways to describe it.
Certainly are.
And the defense is strangling, stifling, smothering. It's just all of those things.
Well, the TVL certainly has a strong playoff showing in both boys and girls basketball. We'll let you know about some of the teams that have made it. Obviously, we had the Hopkinton boys in Wellesley last night. They unfortunately ended their season with a 58-44 loss. They end their season with a 14-7 record. In other boys action, you had Nauset take down Westwood 56-54. And what was a very competitive Division II game. Then you had Medfield over Somerset Berkeley 72-38. So Medfield advances on. And then in Division III, Medway over Ponequit 59-53 to advance on to the round of 32. We'll get you girls basketball later in the broadcast. With it is Vo. Ooh, loose ball. And it will have a jump ball.
The Hillers did kind of lay off on the full court press there for the first time in the half. They kind of sat back and let Malden come to them, which was probably a welcome sight for the Malden girls.
Well, I think at this point you could do that a little bit.
I think so too.
You want to keep your foot on the gas, but you don't need to tire yourselves out too much at this point. But if Malden starts hitting some buckets and gets back into it, then you got to change it up. That pass overthrown. It will be Hiller ball.
And it's pretty rare to see this kind of a lead in the first half.
It certainly is. In girls action last night, Ashland took down Somerset Berkeley 54-34. So Ashland moves on in Division II play as Fossbender set to inbound. Cho goes behind the back. Davies trying to feed it over, and that was batted off the hoop by a defender. Malden has it. It's interesting to see the Hillers in Division I. A lot of it has to do with school population and also how many players you have available. Loose ball picked up by Cologne. It was a good battle for it. Ramos Perez driving down, feeds it over, and we have a foul.
Call a foul like that. I thought it was a travel. Now the difference that I see here between the two teams, Lauren Cho brings the ball up on the sideline. She sees the double team covering coming up, and she at the half court line. And instead of having trouble getting over the line or getting trapped, she goes behind her back or however, and she goes back to the middle of the court and cuts over. The Malden girls just dribble it straight into the trap, and then they get stuck there. And that just kind of shows you a little bit of the different levels that we're seeing here.
It just seems to me they haven't really seen that style of defense much this season.
Right. They're not used to really being clamped down on.
Fossbender with the finish there. Nice feed from Davies. Ramos Perez with it. Now if we had the sectionals, you'd typically see Malden in the north bracket, Hopkinton in the central bracket, but no more sectionals. As that is batted away. It is collected by Gammon. Gammon driving in, up, draws a foul.
That's going to be on Bruce.
It will indeed. That'll be her first, team 8th. It's a 1-1 for Malden. There's just a
looks like she could be
actually this
shooting
is a 2-shot situation. That's right, it was on the shot. First of 2, no good by Gammon. She is 2 for 3 from the line.
Malden had been shooting well from the line so far.
Handful of substitutions for the Hillers. Holly Paharik, Jesse Iannelli in the game, as well as Lexi Trendle and Bethel Flanagan. Lauren Cho still out there. The Gammon hits the second. Well, I think what you don't want to do if you're the Hillers, don't give Malden free throw shooting opportunities. Make them earn it from the field.
Yeah, very true.
Around the perimeter they go. Iannelli. Up to Paharik. Feeds it over. Trendle. Travel.
And the Hillers are going to sit back on the defense and be content with letting Malden bring it up.
Taking it up, Ramos Perez.
We're going to clamp down on them once they get over half court.
Ooh, and it's taken away by Iannelli. Good steal there off the hands of Elaine. Iannelli driving down, no good. Malden gets it back, rebound by Curran. Curran feeds it up over to Elaine. Out now, Charles. Trying to work her way in, up for the shot, no good. Trendle collects. Up to Paharik. Paharik from the block, yes! Nice bucket.
I like them. They're still going strong to the basket.
Elaine, long 2, got it. Malden certainly needed that.
That's their first field goal of the game.
You are correct. And Cho, they're going to say she dribbled out. I thought she just kept it in, but.
And that's what the referee on this side of the court is saying.
They're going to give it to Malden.
They're going to give it to Malden, but this referee's going to quietly apologize to Cho later for that.
Collected by Cho.
See, the ball don't lie, right?
Yep. Well, kudos to Cho for not making too big of a deal out of it. Trendle. Out to Iannelli. Up now to Holden for 3. Buries it. Charlotte Holden, the freshman, getting into the scorebook. And the Hiller bench got up for that one.
And the crowd.
Ramos Perez lost it. Hiller ball. Anna Davies back into the game. Cho will take a breather.
It's possible we could see that might be the end of the starters for the rest of the game.
Finnegan, count it. Very well might be. I'll tell you what, though, the bench is no easy feat for Malden either.
Yeah, they're not going to let up.
Very strong bench for the Hillers, and they've just gotten better and better this season.
And you think they're going to let up when they finally get in? They're not going to.
No, certainly not.
They'll travel.
Yep. It'll go to the Hillers. Well, Hopkinton had a 20-point first quarter. So far, a 21-point second quarter. With it is Davies. Holden. Over to a unlisted 21 we'll have to get a name of. Up top is Vo. Driving down, trying to feed it underneath. Bat it around, battle for it, and we'll get a jump ball.
Hiller ball?
It most certainly is. Holden takes it up. And it is going to go Malden's way as Pahara couldn't hold on. Taking it up is Ramos Perez. Short corner out to Ramos Perez for three, knocks it down. Second field goal of the game for Malden. And we get a timeout with 14 seconds left, a 41-10 Hillers lead.
A big three-pointer, showing a little sign of life.
Yep.
You don't want to see them give up either.
No, I don't think they will. I mean, they certainly have struggled shooting-wise, but they've done better in the second quarter, at least. Yeah, if they're able to drop some turnovers, who knows? They could make this a bit of a game. But this is a great start for the Hillers. And it's still very early, but looking good that you'll likely end up playing Friday. But this will be a good tune-up if you are able to finish this off and get into that Friday game, because you will have a tough team on Friday.
Malden comes out in the full court press.
The
This will
entry.
be a good test for the substitutions.
Yeah, it will. And we are working on getting a name for number 21, who I think is a call-up from the JV team. Davies feeds it over, up, and in at the buzzer. Nice bucket there by number 21, who I promise we will get a name of. And we'll let you know in the second half, as at the halftime break, it is the Hillers leading Malden 43-10. Just domination by Hopkinton. And Wally, I have to say, this Hiller team, they've struggled shooting-wise in a lot of these later games, but it's good to see them really hitting pretty much from any spot in this one.
Yeah, they really are. It just shows you what confidence really does for your shooting, which is, it doesn't sound like it can be true, but it really is. Once your confidence is up, your shots go down. And their defense is really giving them the confidence to shoot from anywhere, and they're all going in.
Well, they'll look to continue it in the second half, but after one half of play in the preliminary round of Division I playoff basketball, it's the Hopkinton Hillers 43, Malden 10. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball on HCAM. And welcome back to the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. We are just about ready for the second half between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Malden Golden Tornadoes, and everything so far going the Hillers' way as they lead at 43-10. Let's take a look at the first half scoring totals. For the Golden Tornadoes, Yasmin Alayan with 2 points, Maritza Ramos-Perez with 3, Nevaeh Charles with 2, Tori Gammon with 3 points. For Hopkinton, Charlotte Holden with 3, Jessie Iannelli with 7, Brooke Doherty with 2, Holly Paharic with 2, Kate Finnegan with 4, Kiki Fossbender with 9, Lauren Cho with 8, Lexi Trendle with 6, and freshman call-up Megan Grady with 2 points for the Hopkinton Hillers. Nice comfortable lead for the Hillers. Malden set to inbound. Hillers will be working right to left across your screen as Cho punches it away, but it's collected by Ramos-Perez.
Well, I was going to say we're going to start the second half just like we did left off the first with a turnover.
Right. Hillers able to drop a lot of turnovers in the second half, as they do right here.
There it is.
Jessie Iannelli with it. Cho, Doherty for 3. Got it. Knocks it down. Her first field goal of the evening. The Hillers are hitting from all over the field so far.
Over and back that they kind of let go.
Well, you can't get them all, right?
Yep. It was close.
Karina Charles. Charles through the defenders. Nice finish.
Yeah, nice work underneath for her. Nice soft touch under the basket.
Cho over to Doherty for 3. No good.
She was feeling it from the last time.
Yeah, once she gets going, look out.
Yeah.
Charles surrounded by defenders.
Good help defense there.
Long 2. No good there. Batted in the air, and Malden maintains. Up for the shot and in. Yasmin Alayan. So perhaps Malden has settled down a little bit. Good start for them. Doherty driving in. Nice feed to Trendle.
Great pass.
And the Hillers can't take advantage of that opportunity. Ramos-Perez. Long 3. No good. Out of bounds it goes. It'll be Hopkinton ball. Well, the Hillers trying to get through this game and advance on to the first round play against Chelmsford, the 8th seed. They'll be at Chelmsford this Friday as we get to travel. A bit of a rough start for the third quarter for the Hillers.
Yeah, a couple of tough calls there. I think that was the right one, though.
Ramos-Perez takes it up. Feeds it over to Vo. Vo nearly traveled. Now it'll be a timeout call.
Yep.
Good timeout call by the Golden Tornadoes there. Vo had nowhere to go with it, and Coach Marino wanted a foul call.
Yeah, she was in a tough position, and nothing good was going to happen if the coach let her out. Continue with the time going. And he's using his timeout to work the refs rather than talk to his team.
Yep. I think he may want to reconsider that. I mean, so far it's a pretty good start in this third quarter for Malden. And they have a chance to, if they could get some shots going, it looks like the Hillers might maybe a little cold to start off this third quarter, so you could work your way back in a little bit. Obviously, you got a long way to go.
You're running into a situation here where obviously the Hillers have a large lead. The girls aren't going to be as motivated, but you hope they are, but it's just human nature to let down. Malden may have worked his team up into a little bit of excitement. They're going to push a little harder, so at first it might be a little bit on top of Michael Malden's way here for a little bit.
But hey, you're in the postseason. Play it out.
Yep. And the coach certainly isn't giving up. He's still working the refs over in the corner.
Laying on the entry. Usually that doesn't go well. Oh, she's got to get it in.
Yeah.
Just did.
Yeah.
Charles feeds it over. Lay-in. Kicks it out to Charles. 5 on the shot clock. Lost it. It'll stay with Malden. A 46-14 Hiller lead.
The substitution.
Angie Cologne back into the game for Malden. She'll inbound.
So Coach Marino's up, stalking the sideline. What he's doing is he's showing his team that he hasn't given up.
It's taken away by Doherty. Up to Trento, she lost it. Battle for it and able to pass it up is a lay-in. Nice feed to Charles. Charles able to get it away. Out now Cologne. Over the short corner, lay-in. Driving in around the defender, draws a foul. We're going to get Brooke Doherty.
It's her third.
Looks like she might be coming out soon. First to 2, no good. Well, you got Kate Finnegan and Elena Davies into the game. Fossbender and Doherty take a break. Second to 2, good. Full court pressure by Malden. Cho feeds it up, wide open. Finnegan, count it.
Great vision up court again. We've said it a number of times today for Lauren Cho. She really does keep her head up and looks up, and it's great to see.
Ramos Perez feeds it out. Cologne. Surrounded by defenders, able to get it through. Up and in goes Charles.
And that's a nice play right there. Cologne patient with the double team. He doesn't panic. Splits the double team. Gets it to a cutter going to the basket for a nice layup.
Where was this Malden team in the first half?
Yeah.
And they recently got a good win against Lowell, who's usually a good program. They get a steal here. Ramos Perez taking it to the rack. Good block by Cho.
Yeah, nice defense.
Davies up to Trendle. Knocked away. Out of bounds it goes. It'll stay with the Hillers.
That's tough. Nice pass by Davies up to Trendle, but Trendle catches it. Now she's in the middle of a triple team. She wasn't going to be able to do much with it.
Yeah, I find this Malden team, they are hustling around a lot more and starting to hit some of their shots. They're just ice cold in the first half, but that seems to be perhaps the opposite in this second half. Cho. Iannelli. Feeds it in. Finnegan hands it to Cho. Up, no good. And collected by Anna Yak. Charles takes it up. Trying to squeeze through the defenders. Lost it. It'll stay with Malden off of Finnegan and went. Bethel Flanagan, Lexi Bruce back into the game, as well as Holly Paharic.
Let's hope the young kids here can bring back the energy level they had in this first half.
Too much on that shot by Charles. Paharic. Davies. Flanagan. Taking it in and draw some contact.
That's a foul on Gammon. That's her first. Yeah, she got late to the baseline and
couple substitutions for Malden. Lexi on the entry. Bruce out to Davies. Up top now. Back to Davies. Finnegan calls it out. Feeds it in. Trying to get around is Bruce. It's stolen away.
Ripped away by Gammons.
Cologne takes it up. Getting in the way. Good hustle was Finnegan, but couldn't stay in.
Good defense. Good defense.
You're looking at the Hillers' future right here. A lot of the younger players out there right now.
Yeah, it looks good too. It looked good in the first half.
It certainly does. Angie Cologne on the entry.
You got to get
Have it-
that
oh,
in.
that's a
After 5
violation.
seconds.
Into Davies. Flanagan. Back to Davies. Up top, Paharic. Finnegan. Driving down, up with the underhand, no good. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hillers.
Yeah. Nice move underneath. Nice little scoop. Too bad you couldn't get it in.
Good job by Mike Tarosian kicking the ball over. His contribution of the night. Flanagan. Up top, Finnegan. Now driving in, Paharic around the defender. And the bucket. And one.
Yeah, she took it right in on Annie Yak, and she's a very, very long defender underneath.
We get Maritza Ramos Perez with her second. Only Paharic 4 points so far tonight. Make it 5. Ramos Perez takes it up. Surrounded by defenders, and we'll get a jump ball. Nice
It's going to be Hiller ball.
Good job there by Lexi Bruce.
Somehow the Hillers are dominating the possession arrow and the jump balls. Almost impossible to do.
Double dribble.
Yeah, with the rare carry. When we were a kid, we would call that palming.
Nina Tollett with the entry. Megan Grady, the freshman, is into the game as well. Swatted away. Hillers have it. Driving down, Holden. And last touch by Malden. Amaya Johnson, nice hustle up court, but knocks it out. Lexi Bruce on the entry. Feeds it up to Grady. Flanagan. And now Holden. Ooh, Grady bounced it off her foot.
Paharic set a nice pick there.
Actually, if Malden let that go out, that would have been a turnover, but Gammon landed on it. Paharic on the entry. Yeah, that was knocked out of play. Hillers will do it again.
Malden's doing a good job right here disrupting the Hiller offense.
Feeds it back to Grady.
Oh,
they got her with a travel.
that's a tough call.
Yeah. Tollett on the entry to Ramos Perez. Stolen away. Lexi Bruce with it.
Travel.
Oh. Goes back to Malden. Handful of substitutions for the Golden Tornadoes as well. Lisette Curran on the entry. Oh, miscommunication. Good catch by Coach Marino.
He still's got his hands. Still has his hands.
Paharic on the entry. Davies.
Good vision.
Paharic along the corner, feeds it up. In trouble. Gets to the corner to Davies. Ooh, it's stripped away. Taken away by Angie Cologne. Feeds it up. Curran trying to sneak through. Gets it out. Driving down. Charles around the defender. No good.
Really nice take.
Batted around and collected by Grady.
But no dice on the bucket.
Malden trying to get it in, and it's taken back. Charles. Feeds it up. Cologne. Shot from the corner. Air ball by Vo. Collected by Holden. Davies. Trying to work it over. Good steal by Charles.
Oh, great steal.
Coast to coast. Can't finish. Baharik with the rebound. Davies feeds it over. Grady. Nice pass. Ooh. Knocked away. Picked up by Alain. 45 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Nice quick moving third quarter.
Sure is.
Driving in, no good. And great job by Paharik battling it out.
Yeah, way to rip that down. Yeah, very quick moving quarter. Only 3 fouls in the whole quarter.
Trying to get through, no good on the shot by Bruce as the defender got a block in there. An 8-7 quarter in favor of the Hillers. Nice feed and the finish by Angie Cologne.
Nice passing there.
2 seconds, and that will do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it is the Hillers 51, Malden 19. Things looking very good for the Hopkinton Hillers.
Yeah, what I liked in that quarter was that Coach Greco substituted early, and then he left the second string in there for the whole quarter, even when Malden seemed to be outplaying them, so they could get some real battle-tested time in there.
Yeah, it's great to get your youth some experience. Typically, you don't get that opportunity in a playoff situation.
Exactly. Now, yeah, right. Now these young girls have playoff experience, which will come back to help them next. Maybe not this year. Maybe it's next year or the year after.
Right. And I think you'll probably see a good amount of them in the fourth quarter as well with such a big lead by the Hillers.
I agree, and I think that's smart.
They're going to start with the starters for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, probably try to get some momentum back for a couple of minutes and then sit them down probably.
Good team effort by the Hillers tonight. We've got 9 different point scores.
Yeah, and one of them is an undrafted freshman, we would say.
Right.
Not even in the playbook or in the program.
Called up after a great JV season, Megan Grady.
Yeah, good for her. And she gets to get in the playoffs too, which is nice.
Yeah, you usually get to expand your roster by a player or two going into the postseason. It's always nice to see those JV players that get that call up able to get in there.
Yeah, they get rewarded for a good season.
Fed over to Charles, driving in. Able to feed it through, up and in goes Alain. 30-point game. Cho. Fossbender back to Cho. Fossbender now to Iannelli. Doherty. Out to Fossbender for 3. No good. Rebound by Curran. Long 2. No good on that one by Charles. Battle for it. Coming away with it, Alain. Feeds it back. Up and no good is Curran. Good possession by Malden, but they come up with no points. Fossbender feeds it in. Trendle around the defender. Can't finish. Batted in the air. And it'll go Malden's way. Handful of substitutions by the Hillers.
And here it comes. And that might be it for your seniors and your starters.
I think it might be, and it's could be their last appearance on the floor of the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center.
Yeah, could be the last game for the seniors at home.
Hillers will head to Chelmsford next unless Malden has some crazy comeback, which at this point is unlikely. It'll be Friday, 6:30 start, and if you continue on past that, I believe it's neutral site games for the most part. We'll certainly keep you updated on all the happenings throughout the playoffs as Ina Tollett draws a foul. It's going to be the third on Elena Davies. First of two, got it. Ina Tollett, a freshman. Second of two, count it. Oh, correction, she gets three. And yes.
And Malden quietly has 6 girls scoring.
Davies feeds it up, Finnegan. Back to Davies. Finnegan now. She's going to take it in. Feeds it back out to Davies. Pass out to Flanagan. Out to Davies. Yes! Count it! From three-point land. Ramos Perez with it. Tollett. Cross to Ramos Perez. And we get a foul. Body contact there. It's going to be first one on Bethel Flanagan. Finnegan going to take a breather. Over to Johnson, driving in, trying to squeeze it through the defenders, get a jump ball call.
Jump ball, guess whose ball?
Hiller's ball. They are the jump ball champions of this game. Davies. Holden. Feeds it in and driving down. No good is Holden. Battle for it, picked up by Paharic, and as she tries to put it back, draws contact.
Yeah, nice little give and go play there. A little handoff for a short jumper. Too bad it didn't go. Great rebound by Paharic, and she was mauled trying to put it back up.
To get Anna Yak with her first. No good on the first. Paharic 1 of 2 from the line. 5 points overall. And she hits the second. Ramos Perez with it. Over to Velasco. Trying to feed it over. Good hustle by Paharic.
Hiller still playing a hard, aggressive defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're in a zone now, a 2-1-2 zone, but they're really playing like a matchup zone.
Stolen away by Davies. Davies, coast to coast to the bucket. Count it.
Nice play by Davies. Great defense. And then kept herself under control so the layup wasn't like one of those ones where you're going way too fast to lay it up. Nice body control.
And that's punched out by Davies. And it'll go to the Hillers. Good hustle by Cameron, but couldn't keep it in. It almost slid into Coach Greco. Megan Grady on the entry. Into Bruce. Trying to feed it over. It's taken back. Charles.
We've got an injury down
We
underneath.
do. Yeah, Kimberly Vo a little shooken up.
She took one right.
I think she got it in the nose, yeah. We'll pull her out of the game and check on her. We hope she's okay.
One of the more unpleasant places to get whacked.
She'll get a nice applause. 4:32 left to go. I'm going to take a minute to thank our crew today. We got Rowan Scott doing a great job directing, Andy Ritz and John Ritz on camera, as well as Mary Arnott. And Mike Tarosian doing what he usually does. Best crew in the business. Up for the long two, no good by Curran. Stays with Malden. A lay in along the baseline, and it's taken away by Holden. Feeds it up to Davies.
Smart choice pulling that out.
Holden trying to get around the defender, and Flanagan runs into traffic. Malden with the turnover is the lane, able to wrap it up and get it out to Charles. Just able to keep it in. Around the horn they go. Ramos Perez, no good. Rebound, Charles puts it up.
Oh, I think that was blocked. I think Elena Davies got a block on that.
Driving down now, Holden can't finish. Battle for it. And Malden able to keep it. Charles able to scoop it to Cologne. Now Curran. And missed dribble there. Hiller ball.
Yes, she had a little trouble grabbing the ball, fumbled it out of bounds. Well, you really can't accuse Malden of giving up today, which is kind of nice to see. They're really fighting hard right to the end, even though they're down by quite a bit.
They certainly are. They had a pretty good season, getting some nice wins, and even to get into this very tough Division I bracket, certainly an accomplishment. Molly Paharik feeds it over to Holden. And now Grady turns it out to Flanagan.
You got a 3-second violation.
Ah, that's rare.
Yeah. We had a palming call and now a 3-second. 2 10-second violations for half court. This has been a rare game.
Certainly has. And it'll go Hiller's way. Mishandled by Ramos Perez. Well, Lady Hillers would be 9-12 overall, but moving on to the field of 32 in the Division I bracket. Holden for three, no good.
Travel.
It'll go back to the Hillers. We got a 8th-seeded Chelmsford this Friday in Chelmsford at 6:30, and we'll certainly keep you updated with the streaming situation for that game. No good by Davies, batted around, and Grady trying to feed it out. It's stolen away.
Good rebound by Grady, though.
A lay-in, long two, knocks it down. Well, good turnout tonight. It was certainly a great playoff atmosphere here at Hopkinton High School. As Paharik feeds it out, up for three. Grady, no good. Paharik with the rebound.
Great rebound by Paharik.
On the perimeter they go, and trying to get it over, just kept in by Holden.
Nice save. Really, neither team has given up at all.
And these younger players getting some great experience right now. It's only going to help them. Holden over to Grady, and now Paharik. Back out to Grady, running out of time, shoots the three, no good. Batted around, and Malden comes up with it. Cologne with it. For three, no good there is a lay-in. Holden with it. That was a great job by Hopkinton, just overwhelming them in the first half, outscoring Malden 43-10.
And that's exactly what you're exactly right with that. We're overwhelmed them.
They certainly did. They came out with big steals, and the full court press was right on. Charlotte Holden, and on a wide open break finishes. And we'll get some substitutions with 55 seconds left to go. The Hillers certainly excited to be moving on to the field of 32. Ramos Perez was about to take it up, but we're still on timeout. And Lisette Curran getting a hug from her coach, the senior.
Yeah, seniors from Malden, this is the end of their careers.
Yep. For three, no good by Cologne. Davies feeds it up, Holden. Around the defender, count it.
With the left hand.
Oh, Charlotte Holden, 7 points tonight.
I like the left-handed finish. So Vo is back in after taking that shot to the nose. Good to see her back in.
Ramos Perez buries a three. They wave it off?
No, they're calling. They're letting they're calling for substitutions. They're letting the Malden empty the bench here, I think.
Holden with it. Davies. They could just hang on to it right now if they would like.
And the shot clock is off. 3 seconds to go.
And that's what they're going to do. They're going to pass it around, and that'll do it. The Hopkinton Hillers are moving on as they take down Malden 61-29. An impressive, dominant performance by Hopkinton. And the Lady Hillers will be at Chelmsford this coming Friday night at 6:30. Impressive stuff, Wally.
Yeah, they really looked great tonight. Their defense, especially at the very beginning, like you said, was overwhelming. They really just dominated from beginning to end, and it was just one of those games, two teams not evenly matched as we thought they might have been to begin. And it's a tough night for Malden, but the Hillers are moving on to Chelmsford.
Well, Wally, hopefully we'll be doing another game together this year, but in case we're not, great work. It was a pleasure working with you. And for Wally Henneberry, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball all season long, and we will certainly keep you updated as to where we will be for the games. But for our HCAM crew, we're signing off. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.